So Oprah and Barack couldn't be here. I'm sorry. I'm going to sing for you for the rest of the hour. I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing? This is amazing. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of you here. It's so exciting and we are honored to be here. We have an opportunity to do something special, to bring in leadership that we haven't seen in a long, long time. The kind of leadership that can inspire us to be a different kind of nation, that can inspire us and challenge us to understand that we have a mutual obligation to one another, that we are truly one another's brothers and sisters keepers, that there's more that unites us than divides us. And in order to bring about that kind of change, we need the kind of leadership that can touch our souls in a way that we haven't felt in a long time, and remind us of all the work that we need to do. We are this close to bringing about fundamental change, and I am so excited and honored to be here. But my job today is very simple, because I am here to introduce the woman that you were excited to see. I was excited too. Oprah Winfrey is representative of she is awesome, yes indeed. But she is representative of the kind of broad and deep support that Barack has inspired in so many people. She herself understands the beauty of this country. She touches the souls of so many of us. She understands people on the ground. She listens. She engages in a way that is fundamentally different, and we are honored to have her on our team. A lady that needs no introduction, a woman who empowers us all. It is my honor to introduce to you the First Lady of Television, Oprah Winfrey. Iowa. Oh my goodness. Hello. And hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. At last, I'm here. You know, so much has been said about what my jumping into this arena does or does not bring to the table of politics. I really don't know. I'm going to leave that all up to the pundits, who all say, you know, will it be the same influence as a book club? Will it be like the Favorite Thing show? I don't know about all of that. Despite all of the talk, the speculation, and the hype, I understand the difference between a book club and free refrigerators. That was a nice refrigerator. I understand the difference between that and this critical moment in our nation's history. And so I bathed. Yes, I did. And I got dressed to come out here for, I suspect, the same reason you did, because I care about this country.
And as we were driving in here today, I said, you have to care about this country to come out in this kind of weather. 12 degrees, freezing rain and snow. You love America. I can see that you do. Well, I not only care about this country, but there are times that I even worry about what happens to our country. And that is why, for the very first time in my life, I feel compelled to stand up and to speak out for the man who I believe has a new vision for America. So let me tell you why I'm here. I came here because I deeply believe in America. And I think that we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of problems to address. We have true threats to our security that go beyond the very real threat of terrorism or foreign wars and extend to problems that we all know about, problems with health care and problems with education and problems with our economy. So I am not here to tell you what to think. I am here to ask you to think seriously. I want you to think seriously about a man who knows who we are, and he knows who we can be. I am not here for partisan beliefs. Over the years, I've voted for as many Republicans as I have Democrats. So this isn't about partisanship for me. This is very, very personal. I'm here because of my personal conviction about Barack Obama and what I know he can do for America. And that America is represented on each of the faces that I see here today. Because when you strip us all down, when you take away our race, our color, our ethnicity, our backgrounds, our sex, when you strip us all down, we are American at our core. We are America. We're America with our hopes and our dreams. And yes, we have our faults and our fallacies, but what we really have is an abiding faith in the possibility that life can be better for every one of us. We're 300 strong here with our many colors and religions and languages. Many colors, religions, and languages, but one government, one Congress, one president. And because we only get to choose one, I came out in the cold today to tell you why I believe that choice needs to be Barack Obama. I believe that Barack Obama will bring statesmanship to the White House. I believe that he will lead with strength and conviction, with honor, with compassion, and with an unyielding focus on what we all can do together to make this nation the future that we all deserve. He knows he cannot do that alone. So this is not a time for any of us to shrink away from a new bold path for our country. We can all look around us, and as you look around you, you can be sure that we don't just want to reinvent the same reality that we are now all experiencing. We have to stand strong and united for the potential within us and the potential that lies before us. No, I've never done this before. And it feels like I'm out of my pew, I'm out of my terrain. Backstage, somebody said, "Are you nervous?" I go, "You damn right I'm nervous." Yes, I am, because I've never done this before. But if we continue to do the same things over and over and over again, I know that you get the same results. So what I believe is that it's time for us all to let's dream America anew again by supporting Barack Obama. You know, in my private conversations with friends, when we're not discussing who's winning Dancing with the Stars, we talk about more serious things, and we shake our heads and we say, somebody ought to do something about the dismal state of so many of our schools. The dismal state of so many of our schools that don't serve the genius of our children. Here we are in a global knowledge-based economy. How can we build a future and future for leaders in schools that continue to fall behind? We shake our heads and we say, somebody ought to do something about that. We say, how in this great country can we have people who have to file for bankruptcy just because somebody in their house got sick and there was no health insurance? No health insurance to cover the avalanche of bills, and their houses got foreclosed. Somebody ought to do something about that. We need somebody who is committed to the well-being of all Americans. We need Barack Obama. And what we need is, we need a new way of doing business in Washington, D.C. and in the world. You know, I am so tired. I'm tired of politics as usual. That's why you seldom see politicians on my show, because I only have an hour. And what I've learned is it's really hard in an hour to penetrate what I call that political veil, that veil of political rhetoric. But when you listen to Barack Obama, when you really hear him, you witness a very rare thing. You witness a politician who has an ear for eloquence and a tongue dipped in the unvarnished truth. We the people can see through all that rhetoric. We recognize that the amount of time you spent in Washington means nothing unless you're accountable for the judgments you made with the time you had. We need good judgment. We need Barack Obama. You know, every good parent in here, and I know a lot of parents in here, some of you lost your children. That's not so good, Iowa. Try to keep up with the babies. But every good parent in here knows that it is not the amount of time you spend with your children, but the quality of that time. And what I know is that experience in the hallways of government isn't as important to me as experience on the pathway of life. So I challenge you to see through those people who try and convince you that experience with politics as usual is more valuable than wisdom won from years of serving people outside the walls of Washington, D.C. I challenge you to think about that. Because Barack Obama's early training in the trenches of community organizing, working in the poor neighborhoods to change the palette of poverty and crime and unemployment gave him a lot of experience in relieving the burdens of those who are beleaguered. His track record in the Illinois and National Senate show his bipartisan efforts to earn families across our great state of Illinois more than $100 million in tax cuts. His advocacy for legislation in support of early childhood education, because he knows education is the door of opportunity, and his opposition to racial profiling offer a glimpse into his political pedigree. And as a U.S. Senator, again from our great state of Illinois, Obama has fought for disability pay for veterans. He worked to boost the non-proliferation of deadly weapons. He advocated the use of alternative fuels to cure our national addiction to oil. He has spoken out against our government's indifference to the poor and to political incompetence in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. And he has rallied against genocide in Darfur. And long before it was the popular thing to do, he stood with clarity and conviction against this war in Iraq. We need a president with clarity and conviction who knows how to consult his own conscience and proceed with moral authority. We need Barack Obama. In my conversations with friends, we talk about how we get worried about America. Yes, I'm worried, and it's not just the threat of terrorism or enemies beyond our borders. It's our estrangement from the rest of the world and the dangerous imbalance that that creates. It's a dangerous imbalance when we fail to realize that all human hearts are the same. Tragedy and loss and suffering and war and indifference destroy humanity, not just Americans. We need a president who cares about our relationships with our friends and our enemies. And I'm worried because this is what I know for sure, that in order for humanity to evolve, and that's really the reason why we're all here on the planet Earth, to evolve, we have to learn to treasure our uniqueness and also treasure each other's diversity. We have too many divisions here in our United States. We have the left and the right and the red states and the blue states. We need a president who can bring us all together. We need a president who can overcome our racial divides, our religious divides, and divisions between those who have and those who need a chance to have. These are dangerous times. I know you know it. We're all watching American Idol trying to forget about it. But these are dangerous times. You can feel it. You can sense it in the air. We're facing a lot of explosive issues, complicated situations that are easily muddied. We need a leader who shows us how to hope again and have faith again in America as a force for peace. Just as Barack Obama has seized this moment, and it's a beautiful thing to see, we also must seize this opportunity to support a man who, as the Bible says, loves mercy and does justly. Loves mercy and does justly. There are those who say that Barack Obama should wait his turn. There are those who say that he should take a gradual approach to presidential leadership. But none of us is God. We don't know what the future holds. So we must respond to the pressures and the fortunes of history when the moment strikes. In Iowa, I believe that moment is now. You all know I love books. And I know you remember the great book by Ernest Gaines, the autobiographer of Miss Jane Pittman. That was a great film made from that book, starred Cicely Tyson. Some of you might be too young to know about it. But that movie made a huge impression on me. I can't even remember how old I was when I was watching that movie, but I do remember when Jane Pittman would encounter young people throughout that film, and she would ask, "Are you the one? Are you the one?" I remember her standing in the doorway, her body bowed, frail, old, and holding the baby in her arms and saying, "Are you the one, Jimmy? Are you the one?" Well, I believe in '08, I have found the answer to Miss Pittman's question. I have found the answer. It is the same question that our nation is asking. Are you the one? Are you the one? I'm here to tell you, Iowa, he is the one.